Hello, hello, hello. You are tuning into another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's other topic. They were wrong about Lamar Jackson. Again, none of this should be new for anybody. And the way I'm going to break this down is going to be very funny because fans, media, the team alike, he was misdiagnosed. And everybody flamed him for it. They flamed him for being injured. They flamed him for not being able to play. They flamed him for not being at the game. And guess what? Now there is another athlete that is well known in the NBA community that has suffered the same exact injury. And he's going to miss the playoffs. So, without further ado, I'm going to read this to you. We're going to break it down, okay? So, according to ESPN sources, Memphis Grizzlies center Steven Adams, okay, is likely to miss the postseason with an injured right knee, PCL. Adams, who underwent a stem cell injection a month ago, has been out with a PCL sprain since late January. Now, y'all might not think that I'm smart, so let's do some slight, easy, kid-like numerics, right? So January would be, okay, January, February, March. We're in April? Are we in April? So he's been out for 3 months. Uno, dos, tres. And he still can't play. Still can't play. And they're saying even if the Grizzlies make it to the NBA Finals, he will be unable to participate. So tell me, now that we see another athlete have a grade 2 PCL injury, and it took him 3 months, not 1, not 2, 3 months. And now they're saying it's going to take even longer, and he had stem cell recovery on top of it. And he still can't heal from it. You see, this is what I tried to tell people from the beginning. That the Ravens have been doing a lot of shoddy work, right, with Lamar from beginning all the way now to the end. And I think that he's come to the realization that in all actuality, they've never had his best interest at heart. And it's sad, right? Because certain players force you to deal with them a little differently than others, right? Not every player is going to earn or gauge or be given the opportunity or the freedom as a Ray Lewis. Same thing can be said about Terrell Suggs. Same thing can be said about Haloli Nada. Same thing can be said about Ed Reed. And the same thing should be said about Lamar Jackson. You understand where I'm coming from? He has not been given that. And you saw the Ravens, who knew the injury. They knew. You can't even lie and say they didn't. Said nothing. Their silence spoke volumes. And you know what it did? It allowed the media to have a field day. There is still people out there right now questioning Lamar Jackson's drive and commitment to the team. Because they said, okay, well, even if he was hurt, why wasn't he with the team? Lamar Jackson answers and says, I wasn't allowed because my leg was swelling and I got sick. Oh, well, that's a likely story. We don't believe you. We'll go by what the team says. And the team said nothing. So we don't believe you. You understand what this is? This is using the public to do your dirty work. This is using the media to do your dirty work. This is you being an undermined, organization and playing dirty business tactics. And you expect us to go over with it. You expect us just to believe every little thing that you said. It absolutely sickens me. From the core of my soul. You know why? Because this is what I told you guys before. Lamar has yet to lie on anything, right? He's been cordial. He's been respectful. He's been the consummate pro and the consummate teammate throughout this entire endeavor. He goes out there, plays at the beginning of the season when everybody said, no, Lamar, let him lose. He said, now my guys are out there. And he was a team player. Cared about his men in those huddles that look back at him in the eyes and expect for him to lead them to victory. And he played. And he got injured. Why? Because of a missed block by one of those men. And you know what? He gained nothing. Absolutely nothing for his loyalty to the cause. And do you know why that hurts? Do you know why there's pain in my voice when I say it? Do you know why my soul screams out? Because it sets a precedent for other stars, just like Lamar, moving forward that has aspirations of playing for the Baltimore Ravens. And do you know what the crazy thing is? And I want to say this too. Why would they come here? Why? I don't want to hear that, Nitro's not a Baltimore Ravens fan. You better not say that. I'm going to ask you from a business standpoint, from a career standpoint, why would an offensive player that's not a running back come to the Baltimore Ravens? Please let me know. If you're a quarterback, they're going to want you to play out your entire deal, right? Without giving you an extension. Their record speaks for itself, right? Okay. So you can't say, no. We have 3 quarterbacks. So yeah, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it. So wide receivers. And then you have a coach that comes on and says that we don't care that you don't play with us. We'll enjoy lining up against you. Why would a quarterback want to come here? If a quarterback is looking at all of these teams that are quarterback needy, it's the most important position in all of sports. That's what everybody says, right? You're looking at all these teams that need a quarterback. And then you look at the Baltimore Ravens. And you're going to be on a team that doesn't have a top O-line, that doesn't have top offensive weapons, that rarely has top offensive play calling, and have been known to injure players further moving forward in their recovery processes. And to top it off, they're known to not want to pay quarterbacks early. So there's no financial security, no matter how good you play. Tell me, would you want to play for that team? Would you want to die for the cause? This is why I've said already, Lamar does not owe this team nothing. I'm not saying this because I'm a Lamar fan. I'm being honest. The problem with a lot of fans is that they see every player as indispensable, disposable, easily replaced, and that is wrong. There are levels to this. Just like in a hotel. We can stay at the same hotel, but you ain't staying on the top floor. You're not staying in the penthouse suites. You don't got a pool. You don't got bell service. You don't got all-round, alcohol being delivered to your room. You don't have those amenities. You don't. We're staying in the same place. But there's levels. And even if you're on the second floor and you're like, well, I got a nice view. You ain't on the top floor, much less the penthouse suite. QBs are of the penthouse suite ilk. This team has fumbled this bag. So imagine if they would have just came out and said, he has a PCL. We are hoping to get him back early, but, things are looking a little dicey. We know that he wants to be out there, and we support him. Why do we support him? Because he's our quarterback. He's the face of our team. He's our leader. And when he's ready to go, he'll be out there. But until then, we have to rally as a group and try to get a win. Tell me right now if you would have not accepted that, if somebody would have said that. Tell me, please, tell me I'm wrong. You wouldn't have accepted that? You wouldn't have said, hey, that's, all right. He's hurt, he's injured, he's trying to get back, he's fighting. And I want to point something else out too. Did you know how all of the teammates that knew how hard he was working to get back, but he couldn't make it back? Do you notice how they were all forced in immediate silence? For everyone that says that they were not forced in immediate silence, did y'all see and notice that during that entire time, they were not allowed to speak about Lamar? I just want to win the game and move forward. And, we got a game to play. And, that's not what's on my mind right now. Every single one of them. As soon as the season was done, right, all of them had talk. And the one player that had the loudest talk, Calais Campbell, is the one that they let go. They made him the example. If y'all don't understand it or can read between the lines, I told y'all, Calais, a lot of people do not know this. He is not one of the lackeys. He's the vice president of the NFLPA. That means he knew that Lamar Jackson wanted a trade, because that's probably part of the reason why the NFL, he's like, I don't need you no more to work out this contract or help with them, because I don't no longer want to be on the team. And guess who would know that? Guess who would have instant access to that? Mr. Calais Campbell. You know what Calais Campbell was doing? Saying all throughout, while knowing this information, because Rashad, he knows the information. Hey, man, whatever you got to sign this quarterback. Trying to, tighten the screws to the organization, who probably did not like that he did that. So they said, hasta la vista, baby. And guess what? He's no longer a Raven. He's for our cousins now. He's a Falcon. Yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with that. This is called reading in between the lines. Context, as some might say. And that's the biggest problem right now that we're going through with the Ravens. They've refused to take responsibility for the piss poor job that they've done representing this team, building this team, protecting your QB. And anybody that says I'm lying, I have two words: Steve Saunders. So please, say that Nitro's a clown. Say that I don't make no sense. Say that I'm lying. Hold on. Wait. Oh! Never say I'm lying. You could call me a clown. You could say I'm not serious. You could say I'm not, but you can never say that I'm lying. This team has done an absolutely deplorable job at every level of the organization. And to make matters worse, they're blocking that to even answer questions regarding that. The Lamar situation with his knee and everything else was already fumbled. Then you fumble that, you still don't pay the dude, right? I already said this. If you said 3 years, 153, you think Lamar wouldn't take that? $51 million a year, fully guaranteed for 3 years. You think Lamar wouldn't take that? The Ravens, they don't want to move off that 133. They said that I don't care what happens. I'm not moving off that 133. Or even better yet, right? Okay, 4 years, $152 million guaranteed at signing, right? Fully guaranteed money. The fourth year, you could say, will become guaranteed if you're still on the team. You think Lamar wouldn't take it? You think he wouldn't take it? See, this is what I keep trying to tell people. You're looking at, you see how this team did? You know what the NBA did? They knew their player was hurt, and they have NBA final aspirations. They know that Ja Morant and these other players' contracts are going to be coming up and everything else. Keeping the team together is going to be a little harder and things like that. And they still had Steven Adams back. Still had his back. Hey, get the best treatment. You know what? We're not rushing you back. We're not going to put you in harm's way. We're not going to jeopardize your career. We're not going to do any of those things. But what we're going to do is support you, because this is a team, a brotherhood, a family. And for Ravens saying that, the Ravens are a family, they're sure acting like redheaded stepchildren right now. And there's nothing you could do to change my mind about it, because all the facts have been laid out too promptly, too easily, too oh my God, it's too clear. Spring water from Fiji couldn't be this clear. So if you were Lamar, you'd be a little pissed, right? I already said to people multiple times, I'm going to end on this. When you're doing business, right, you're operating in good faith. If you and me are going to be business partners, that means I look out for you just like you look out for me, because we have interests that align. So we don't want those interests being interrupted or messed up in any sort of way. So I scratch your back, you scratch mine. I watch out for my back, I watch out for yours. That's how this works. Did it sound like the Ravens were looking after Lamar Jackson's back? Or did it look like they were allowing the media to take pot shots and the fans to take pot shots? And they just sat back and let everyone just destroy his character and his dedication to his craft. And they said nothing because they were doing their dirty work for them. They were like, oh, let them do it because we don't got to do it. And that might bring down his price. So now you've angered and pissed off. I already told y'all he was operating as a good guy. It worked out in the Ravens' best interest if he was quiet, if he said nothing. Because you know why? He's not defending himself. He's getting crucified where they're looking squeaky clean. Like Mr. Clean, right? Bald head and all, right? White shirt, blue jeans in the media and in the fans' eyes. So you'll get dirty. We won't. We'll stay clean. So once Lamar started linking stuff and saying, hey, look, you know what? I'm tired of this. I'm out. Do you see how their demeanor changed? You see how quickly they were like, we don't want it. We're not answering no more questions. You see how quickly? You know why? Because now Lamar's playing their game. And the Ravens have already told y'all they don't like when players play their same game. Absolutely sickening. And that's another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Thank you for watching once again. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with Nitro, and you know I appreciate it. You know I do. Nah, for real though. You could be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me. And I will always appreciate that. Please do remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a comment. You know I respond. We have great conversations down there, right? Just be respectful to other people's differing opinions. We have no problems. And speaking about comments, in the description, you can find the new Wunderkind Patreon, which if you buy into the Patreon, you will have access to the Team Wunderkind Discord. And guess what? That's comments galore. We're going to have topics and everything we'll be speaking on profusely throughout every day, multiple of us. So, you know what I'm saying? Get that. Buy into the Patreon and join the Team Wunderkind. And also, at the bottom of the screen, as you see, is a QR code for a CashApp for any donation that you would like to help this platform grow. You can also find that QR code or the CashApp in the description of this video. Money sign, The Wunderkind Show. Also, just like that, you can find the Patreon also in the description. So once again, this is The Wunderkind Show. This is your host, Nitro, signing off. And as always, you guys know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Yep.